Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, except for this terrible internet connection.
Oh
What about
no,
you?
that's awful. I'm good, thanks. What's up?
So, you mentioned that you were EDTC 400. How do you like it?
It's actually such an interesting class. I've learned so much, and I would highly recommend it to all of my ed friends.
Sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Would you mind telling me more about what you did through the semester? I'm considering taking it myself.
Absolutely. Just let me share my screen with you. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. So, throughout the semester, we used many different platforms similar to EDTC 300. So, for example, we used Google Docs, Google Forms, Twitter, Feedly, WordPress, and Google Classroom. Google Classroom was a new one for me. I had never used it before, but it was actually really cool. Essentially, it's an online classroom that allows the class to communicate. It's also really cool because teachers can assign online assignments or just regular assignments, and then students that aren't in class that day are able to go on the website and they're able to print off their assignments and still continue working on them. Blogging was also a huge contributor to the class. Do you want to see my blog?
Sure, that would be cool.
All right. So here's my blog. You can see that I've used it for many different classes. I have Cree 100, ECS 210, ESI 302, EDTC 300, and EDTC 400. So I'll go to my regular EDTC 400 tab for now. So here's where we wrote our weekly blogs. This was a lot of fun as per usual. It was a big part of the class because almost every week we had a debate where two of our classmates would debate topics that were assigned by our prof. So some of them were technology in the classroom enhances learning. Schools should not be teaching anything that can be Googled. Is making our kids unhealthy. Public education sold its soul. Technology is a force for equality in society. Social media is ruining childhood. And the topic that I did was we are becoming too dependent on technology, and what we really need to do is unplug. I really enjoyed these debates. Before each presenter presented their side of the debate, we did a pre vote. Oftentimes, I thought I knew where I stood on these topics, but they changed quite frequently. Um, it was really interesting to see how our debaters presented their debates and just listen to their opinions. Another large portion of this class was the peer mentoring. I kept that separate from my regular blog just so I could easily access it and see what I've done throughout the semester. You can easily go to each of my mentees' blogs and see all their stuff as well as their Twitters. We were also following them on Twitter and just kind of encouraging them there as well. So it was a lot of fun because we were able to follow their learning projects and just see what they were doing throughout the semester. It was really nice because we also got to practice some of our teaching skills and possibly give them some advice on how they can improve their blogs and so on. We also did mini lessons throughout the semester. So these are done typically in groups of two. Each group taught a half-hour lesson. Our only guidelines were that it had to be relating to technology in some way, shape, or form. So my partner and I chose to do a grade 4 health lesson of online relationships. It was really nice to do it in partners because it brought different opinions to the table, as well as this was actually my first online or first lesson plan, first online lesson plan as well. So just learning different skills and ways to present the information, which was really cool. Um, Another major component of the class was our personal development, just making sure that all of our social media was appropriate and looked after properly, as well as making sure our blogs were up to date. We did things like our teaching philosophies, as well as I put a tab in here for lesson plans. I only really have my grade 4 health lesson in there so far, but it's easily accessible right there. I have it online, so that's nice. Everyone's able to access it. It's really important to share all of your online sources just so people are able to use it as well. Overall, EDTC 400 helps you develop all of your techie skills more or less, and it definitely will help you in your future classrooms, which I think is great. I think that you should totally take it if you're interested.
That does sound great. If I get the chance next semester, I'll definitely look into taking it. Thanks for the input.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good night.